Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. Today it is the 13th of February 2024. Today is the day that I met my wife 30 years ago in 1994. Yes, 30-year celebration today, darling. I still love you to the moon and back, and today will be a beautiful day with full of surprises. But first, I need to make this really cool video because I have 4 amazing Bitcoin charts, a travel tip, trading tip, some live advice, and in today's video also showing you a perfect tool to determine when the bull market top is in. And of course the news, massive news out there that I need to talk about today. So let's quickly jump into the charts first to show you exactly what is happening to Bitcoin today, 50K on the day I am celebrating my 30-year anniversary with my wife. This is the first amazing chart for today, guys. This is a 1-hour chart to show you how beautiful these green candles were exploding from 48K all the way above 50K, guys. 50,132 is the level we are at the moment at. Yes, we can see a sell signal of the indicator setup that we use, but we also see that buy signal here in the bottom, and that buy signal was again a perfect buy signal. We should have stepped in around there at 48,300, closing above the yellow stepping line. At that moment the blue line was above that white line, and of course the green was starting to build, and that green line was the top. Quadruple confirmation of that long to take. Beautiful profits of course over there. Sell signal doesn't mean you need to sell directly. It means when a candle now closes down below the yellow stepping line, that is the moment you definitely need to sell. And then we could fall back to that Bollinger Band bottom on 47,300, but at the moment we are bullish as fuck. Maybe we will go even higher than 51K, maybe we will go even to 60K if some more liquidity is coming in. And I will show you that a shitload of liquidity is coming in the next couple of charts. This is the first chart. In this chart you can see how many millions worth of Bitcoin spot ETFs were flowing in daily. On the 8th of February, 400 million. On the 9th of February, 520 million. There is a shitload of volume being pumped into Bitcoin at the moment, which of course is causing also this beautiful price run. Because more and more people are buying Bitcoins. They don't want to buy Bitcoins at 60K, they want to buy between 40 and 50K. And that is why that volume is increasing. Grayscale dumping is over, so no more Bitcoins are being dumped to the market. There are more Bitcoins being bought every day. On this chart we can see the price history by year. We know that 2017 was a bull market. That has that bluish line on the bottom over there. We know that 2021 was a bull market. That is that greenish line that on the top over there with the double top. So now we need to check where are we at the moment. We are in 2024. The first bull market was down below there around the 20K level. The second bull market now that we are talking about here in 2021 was that level around 69K, the top. And this third now, the 2024 bull market, is going to go even higher with that orange line. We are going to go around 80 to 160K with that orange line very soon. From the halving on, we will go higher and higher and higher, guys. It's a very beautiful chart. You can also see on this chart that these other years we go sideways with little runs, but mainly sideways. But these bull markets on the chart are showing you exactly what to look out for. And next time when we share this chart in 2025 or 26, when we had that huge bull market, you will see that orange line way higher than all these lines now that you can see on this chart. Then we have the Bitcoin realized price. The Bitcoin realized price at the moment is around 32,000 US dollar. So normally we don't go down below that realized price anymore. So that would mean that the bottom is 32K. The 5-month realized price is that light blue line. Look to the previous 2 bull markets. That light blue line became the support line during a bull market. We are above that light blue line now. That could mean we will never go down below that 5-month realized line now. So now my question to you is to do some homework. Let me know down below in the comments at what level that light blue 5-month realized price is at the moment, And let me also know if you believe that this again will be the support line for the whole next bull market, so we won't go down below that level again. Among all the people that comment the right answer down below this video, I will give away a t-shirt, a cool Bitcoin t-shirt. Let me know down below what is the level of that light blue line. And then we have one more chart, guys, and it is this chart. We can see all these support and resistance lines that are drawn on this chart, but we can also see now at the moment, if you compare this bull market to the 2020 run, we can see from the bottom, the red circle, the support line all the way to the top. Now, when that yellow circle appeared, we were fighting that support line, because we went above it from the red circle, we came down and touched it, we went above it, we went down below it. The second time we broke it, guys, that was an amazing moment, because that was the start of that huge bull market of another 1.5 years. Now, look what is happening now again. The red bottom circle. We went above that support line, we came down below the support line, we went above it, we came down below it, and now again, we are above that support line. This could be that amazing moment that you just saw on the left on the chart in 2020, the start of that massive run, the second period of that bull market. Make sure you are part of this bull run. Don't sit by the sidelines waiting for a dip to 30K or 34K or 38K. Dollar cost average into Bitcoin at all those levels I've been telling you all the time. If you would have listened to my videos, you bought Bitcoin at 38K in this last dip. I told you I am adding Bitcoins to my portfolio right now. I don't believe in that extra dip to 34K. We are now 12K higher per Bitcoin. That's a shitload of profits. I hope you really enjoyed the charts, guys. The charts are always telling us the same story. Yes, we can see that we need to step into Bitcoin as soon as possible, because the halving is coming up. We will go into a massive bull run, and that bull run will bring us to above 100K in my honest opinion with Bitcoin. This is a very important level, just like the 50K level is a very important level. That 50K level is always a mentally level of resistance. And today we broke that 50K level for the first time. So we like kissed it 2 times, and then we broke through that level of 50K, which is a beautiful moment. There's a beautiful dog in front of me as well. He's catching the balls, which is a beautiful moment, of course, to celebrate, because 50K is not just something. It's a huge price, guys. It's a big price. And from 50K, doubling will bring us to 100K. And if you don't believe that we can double Bitcoin from now, then please don't invest in Bitcoin. Invest in something else, guys, because this is definitely going to happen. So, beautiful moment, short-term volatility, bringing the price above 50K for the first time this year, for the first time since like 2021. And yes, we in the long term need to zoom out, look at the bigger picture. We will go into a massive bull market all the way into the top in 2025. And how do you know when it's the top? I'm going to show you in the trading tip. Damn. The trading tip today is about the pi cycle top. In the last bull markets, a lot of people used that pi cycle top to determine if the bull market top was in. And if we look back to the last 3 bull markets, that pi cycle top indicator exactly predicted the top of that bull market. It's within 3 days of the 2 lines crossing each other. Which lines? It's the 111 day moving average and the 350 times 2 day moving averages. And the 350 day moving averages times 2 is a multiple of the price averages, not of the amount of days. But these 2 lines, you can see on this chart over here, bam, you can see that yellow line. When that yellow line touches or goes above that green line, you can see on the chart a dotted vertical line. That is the moment that that yellow line touched that green line. That is the moment that the pi cycle top indicator is telling us, hey, that is the top of the bull market. So if you look now back to the previous 3 bull cycles, every time and again, when that yellow line crossed above that green line, we see these dotted vertical lines. That's the indication you should be selling your Bitcoins. We are at the top of the bull market. And yes, we can go a little bit higher, or we can come back and go up for a double top like in 2021, but still it indicated the top of the bull market. So if you want to know when to exit this bull market in 2025, keep your eyes on this price cycle indicator. You can find it, for example, on this website, Look Into Bitcoin, but there's many other websites displaying this price cycle indicator as well. So even on TradingView, I think you can add the price cycle indicator. I will make an extra course about this one in the VIP section. So for the VIPs, soon you will have my full explanation on this price cycle indicator in your course section. Let's jump into the travel tip. Yes, I am a little bit later this morning because this morning we already celebrated our 30-year anniversary a little bit. Yeah, that was the first surprise. I have a few more surprises today. But today, guys, the travel tip is about find cities and locations that have a boosting crypto community. Because you as a crypto person will feel at home at those places. Because those people live at those places because or the adoption of crypto is already bigger than in other places, or the people experience a certain amount of freedom at those places and that's why they live there. Because most people that invest into Bitcoin are also the people that are striving to reach a freedom lifestyle. So for me, it's always a very good indication if I'm traveling, if I'm planning my travels, hey, I want to see that country or that town or that city because there is a lot of crypto community. There's a lot of meetups, there's a lot of Bitcoin adoption, you can pay with a lot of cryptocurrency stuff. And that is also something I'm going to talk about in the news, why I probably choose my next location to go to after Thailand. Because I read some news that is now indicating to me that a huge crypto community is going to start over there. So I want to visit those places. I want to be there and experience how that growth will take place, guys. So the travel tip for today, if you're a crypto person, a Bitcoin person, a freedom person, try to plan your trips around these places where you know that there is a community. Just like the people planned their trip to Bam Bam Beach in Portugal because they knew there was a huge crypto community around me. And there was a huge crypto community, there still is a huge crypto community, and the Bam Bam Beach is still there. And there is always people coming there that are freedom-minded, that spend cryptos, that want to talk about Bitcoin, blockchain, and life. So it's really beautiful to be able to connect with them. The same thing you have in Mexico, the same thing you have in Thailand here in Phuket, it's the same thing you have in many places all over the world. Just make sure you find them in Facebook groups, Telegram groups, and try to ask people on the socials, hey, do you know any of these beautiful crypto places? El Salvador, in the future Argentina, Mexico, and in the news I will share another one that nobody knows of yet, but that could become one of the biggest crypto places of Europe. But I will talk about that in the news. Let's jump into the next part. Sorry if the light is a little bit bright, guys, but I'm walking that direction. I will turn around in a bit. In today's part of the video where I answer a question, I'm going to answer a question remark. Somebody that asked a really strange question remark down below the video. He said, Bitcoin is created by DARPA or the NASA or the United States government or by the central banks. It is not really decentralized. Satoshi Nakamoto doesn't exist. I think Bitcoin is a Trojan horse, essentially will become the new central bank's digital currency. So to that person that did the remark or the question, I can only say, I don't know, you don't know, we all don't know. And that's the beauty of Bitcoin. Why would we even need to know who made Bitcoin? It is a decentralized peer-to-peer network that everyone can join by starting to mine or run a full node. It doesn't matter anymore who invented it because it's so decentralized and still accessible for everyone all over the world, not only to use it, but also to mine it. It's not like decentralized shitcoins that I've been talking about, that you can't join as a miner or as a node, or that is being printed out of thin air every time again, more and more and more. That is not Bitcoin. And if the NASA was behind it, or if the whatever you call it, DARPA, whatever it is, like the central banks are behind it, I don't give a fuck. They created something really beautiful. Whoever created it, in my honest opinion, is still Satoshi Nakamoto, and that is not one person. I think Satoshi Nakamoto is a group of 4 or 5 people that really got sick of what happened there in 2009 with the bailout of those banks. I think these people were really sick of it. They were like, wow, look how it's happening. We need to work our asses off. We need to pay taxes, a shitload of taxes. And what does the government do with that money that we pay them? They bail out the banks, while the banks were responsible for all the issues that there were in 2008. The banks created that filthy, lying, printing out of thin air system that was creating inflation and everything else that is bad for the economy. And then they were almost collapsing, those banks, and then they needed to be helped by the government. They were bailed out. And then a group of people stood up that said, this is not how it should go. We should have a monetary system with a monetary policy that is decentralized and not controlled by governments or any other centralized entity. And that is exactly why Bitcoin started, and that is exactly how Bitcoin started. And if it was started now by Satoshi Nakamoto or a group of friends, or a group of hackers, or the NSA, or the DARPA, or their central banks, it doesn't really matter because it's completely decentralized. You can start mining Bitcoin today. Everyone is able to decentralize the Bitcoin network even more, just by running a node. Just by running a node, or by even buying an end miner and start to mine Bitcoins. By that, you are decentralizing the network. And I know that your answer now is, there's a shitload of huge companies that are centralizing the Bitcoin mining. Yes, there is mining pools. Yes, there is big companies doing mining. But that doesn't mean that you still can't run a miner or a node. You still can. It's fully decentralized. And I believe the future of technology and evolution of technology will even make it possible to probably mine Bitcoins with the smallest devices possible that you can have up and running 24/7 without any electricity cost. And that would decentralize the network so much that it even doesn't matter who invented Bitcoin anymore, because nobody is able to change it. You can't change it. You need to have 51% to be able to change the Bitcoin blockchain. To have 51% at the moment, that is so expensive that the revenue you will be making out of it is not enough to cover the cost of the hack. It's impossible. And the more people will start to understand it, and the more mining will become accessible, affordable, but also green, the more decentralized this Bitcoin blockchain will be in the future, and the more unstoppable it will become by the person, whoever it is, that invented it. It doesn't matter anymore. The only thing that I can think of is that Bitcoin will turn into the new world reserve currency. Yes, there will probably be different central banks' digital currencies on different continents, and they probably will all be backed by the gold of the 21st century that will turn into a world reserve currency called Bitcoin. That is a possibility I can see, and that is probably also the reason why all the governments now worldwide start to support Bitcoin, because they do understand it's the perfect form of a decentralized world reserve currency with all the positive things of a store of value. So yes, the governments start to understand it and will probably try to turn it into that world reserve currency, store of value, instead of the physical gold that they are using now as a store of value, and instead of the dollar that they are using now already for 10 years as a world reserve currency. As you know, every 80 to 120 years, the world reserve currency has changed in history. It never has been one and the same world reserve currency. It kept changing between 80 and 120 years. We are now nearing 110 years or something of the dollar. It is time for the dollar to lose its position as a world reserve currency. And that is what we can see already happening because of all the debts that are being created and all the inflation being created and all the negative economic influence by the dollar being created. The dollar is losing its value. The dollar is losing its power. There will be a new world reserve currency. I think it will be Bitcoin. And let the coincidence now be, it will take to the year 2140, so that's like 116 years from now, till the last Bitcoin will be mined. Isn't that a beautiful amount of years to be a world reserve currency? Yes, I think it is. It's between the 80 and the 120 years. So it has 116 years to be a world reserve currency. Beautiful amount if you look back into history of all the world reserve currencies. So, to answer your question, I don't give a fuck anymore who invented Bitcoin. He invented it in the right way, decentralized, everyone can start running a node or mining Bitcoin. Till the year 2140, you will be able to still participate in decentralizing the network by running a node or mining Bitcoin. So let me know down below what you think about that. The news for today, guys, is very interesting news. As lately, I have been talking a little bit negative about Spain when it comes to Bitcoin and paying taxes and all that stuff, you know, because they even want to make it possible, if people have debts, to now confiscate cryptocurrencies to pay those debts. So that's the negative part. But I read news today that made me very positive again. And that news is that there is a town on the beautiful costa, it's called Torrevieja. And Torrevieja just announced that they want to become the first European city that is completely integrating Bitcoin in their city. It will start with educating all the stores how to accept Bitcoin, so payment with Bitcoin should be able in all the stores in Torrevieja, which is really cool because that is of course a beautiful place then for me to visit and spend my Bitcoins instead of exchanging into euros and then spending it in the stores or using debit cards like the Crypto.com debit card or the Bybit debit card. It's more beautiful for me if I can spend directly through the Lightning Network in Torrevieja at those stores. So that's the first step they are going to take. And the second step is that they want to create jobs around cryptocurrency. And I think the third step is even integrated completely in the university, blah, 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 etc. They want to turn Torrevieja, sounds really Spanish, Torrevieja, they want to turn Torrevieja into the new crypto hub for Europe. The first city in Europe that will embrace Bitcoin to the fullest. So, Torrevieja, here I come. This is probably the next location that we will visit as the Bitcoin family after Thailand. Because I really want to see how this will fall out. I really want to taste the vibe of that city, and if it is even possible for those shops and restaurants and hotels and everything there to start accepting Bitcoin on a daily basis. I just want to go into these stores and ask them, hey, did you hear about these plans? Do you support these plans? Do you like these plans? Can I already pay with Bitcoin? So Torrevieja, the Bitcoin family, will probably stay in your town this full summer. I'm looking to book something very beautiful from April to July or something, to the end of July. So that's April, May, June, July, 4 months. And in those 4 months, I want to discover how beautiful Torrevieja is as a town, how good the food is, of course the restaurants, because I love the food, how big parties you have, because yes, my daughters need to party, and also, of course, how the adoption of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies really is in Torrevieja. So if any of you guys know Torrevieja, or have a house there, or a rental there, you know, or renting out a house, or a beautiful apartment, a little bit bigger apartment, like a beautiful sea view apartment or something with 4 bedrooms, then let me know, because I am prepared to pay you in Bitcoins, because I want to visit Torrevieja to see how the adoption is growing over there. Great news for Spain, great news for Torrevieja, and also great news for us as the Bitcoin family, because we will again be able to find a crypto community and spend cryptocurrencies without having the need to exchange these into dollars first or using a debit card. And yes, I know a lot of you are thinking now, Didi, we are in the bull market, you should not spend your Bitcoins. I'm gonna answer this question one more time. We are all in Bitcoin. We don't have alternatives. We don't have shitcoins on a bank account. We need to use a Bitcoin. So either I need to sell my Bitcoins for euro and then spend the euros in the store. In that situation, I'm losing my Bitcoins because I need to sell the Bitcoins. Or I spend my Bitcoins direction at a store without the need of exchanging it first, and I lose my Bitcoins as well. Bitcoin is our core capital. You are thinking the wrong way around. It is good to spend Bitcoins because that shows me you are all in Bitcoins and you don't have shitcoins to spend anymore. We love that. It doesn't matter. Sometimes we spend Bitcoins at the top and we live very cheaply. And sometimes we are spending Bitcoins around the bear market bottom. We live a little bit more expensive, but on average we live cheaper and cheaper and cheaper every 4-year cycle, because every bear market bottom is higher every time and every bull market top is higher every time. So by being all in Bitcoin, a deflationary asset that you can use as a peer-to-peer cash, that is a store of value, the gold of the 21st century. By being all in this, it makes your life cheaper every 4 years. So there is no possibility for us to use fiat currency or any other form of assets because we don't have bank accounts. So it's logic that we spend bitcoins during a bull market. If you would be spending bitcoins during bull market, I would be proud, because it would mean you are all in and you understand the concept of Bitcoin perfectly. Now, that was the news for today. Let's jump into the next part. The sun is really bright. Didi, don't do that anymore, so late. The last part of the video, of course, the inspirational part. And the inspirational part for today is, you know the expression that people always tell you, may all your dreams come true? It's kind of strange, isn't it? Because if all your dreams come true, all the things that you already know that exist will come true, which is not really a surprise anymore. So I prefer to say, may all the things that you can't even dream of happen to you. That's way better. Why would you need all your dreams to come true? Because if you can dream of it, it is always possible to come true, because you just need to go for it and do it. It's way more adventurous, surprising, if all the things that you can't even dream of will happen to you on a daily basis. And I believe that is very possible if you let go of living in that system, living in that hamster wheel. The moment you disconnect from that traditional system, from all the things that you think you need to do, because that was told you while you were growing up, when you let go of that and just start to embrace life to the fullest, just live life to the fullest, just connect to that life energy that's surrounding you all over the world. The moment you do that, life will take you all over the world to places, to experiences that you can't even dream of. All those things will start happening to you. Not the things that you already know, not the things that you are dreaming of, but all the things that you don't know, that you can't even dream of. All the surprising activities and experiences will start to happen to you when you just let go of that system. Start to think outside of the box, start to live outside of the box. Stop living and running that hamster wheel. Break out of the hamster wheel, break out of the box and set yourself free. Do whatever your gut feeling and your heart is telling you, and all these things that you can't dream even of will start happening to you. And that is exactly when life will become life, when you will really embrace life for what it is. One big adventure full of beautiful experiences. And yes, you will have ups and downs as well, but at least 80% of your life will be ups and beautiful experiences that you get because of letting go of running that hamster wheel, of living in that box. So no, I am not wishing you that all your dreams might come true. I am wishing you that all the things that you can't even dream of, that they will all happen to you. That was the last part of the video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video again. If you did enjoy it, then please give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. What do you think about the charts, about everything else? Thank you for watching and wish you an amazing day. I will be offline the rest of the day celebrating this beautiful 30-year anniversary with my wife with some surprises for her. So see you tomorrow again. Bam.